Hurry, boys, I hear old Blue. I think he's barking treed all the way up there on top of Buzzard Roost. Boy, them was fond memories of a 13-year-old boy. I couldn't wait back then till the 3:30 school bell rang, and I'd walk a mile home, get all my stuff gathered up on Friday evening, and then walk a mile back to the school, and 4 more to get up to my friend Danny's house, where I'd meet my other friends, Joe and Dexter. And about dark, we'd go down and turn old Blue, the blue tick coonhound, out. We'd follow that dog all over them East Tennessee knobs, all the way up to the highest point of Buzzard Roost, back down the other side, around by the lake, and up through Penitentiary Holler. And man, we'd chase them possums all over the place. We didn't find coons, we found possums. And we didn't even have a gun, but old Danny, once old Blue treed, Danny, he could climb that tree just like a monkey, and he'd get up there and pull his hatchet out, and he'd chop off that possum. And then when the fun began, when the limb and the possum fell down between three other 13-year-old boys and a blue tick coonhound, and we had a mop handle with a wire on the end of it that made a loop. We called it our coon catcher, but we'd put it around that old possum's neck and hold it up in the air, and another boy would grab the burlap bag, the tow sack, and we'd open it up and drop him in there and spin it and throw it over your shoulder and take off. Sometimes by the time we got home to Danny's at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, we'd have 2 or 3 possums in that sack. That fall, he had a whole pen full of them out there with it he kept. But boy, those was fun times. We fell a lot too. Out there in the dark, running around like that, falling in stump holes and tripping over rocks. And oh, it's just a good thing 13-year-old boys is limber. We'd have been broke all to pieces. And the flashlights back in them days, they wasn't too good either, especially the ones that 13-year-old boys had. They'd go out every once in a while. You'd have to shake them or beat them against a tree to get them to come back on. And looking back on it, they're about as useful as a jar full of lightning bugs, but not at all like these good police flashlights that we've got today. But back then, it was just barely a light. But boy, we fell all over the place. But you need a good light to go through the darkness. And the Bible teaches us this is an old world full of darkness. But thankfully, the Lord gave us something to help us get through it. He says in the book right there that Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Saturate your mind with the word of God, and it'll keep you from falling and stumbling and save you a whole lot of pain in this world. Come on, boys, let's go get that possum.